Hey everybody, this is Chris from Invest LYH, and I thought I'd do a quick video because I was talking to some people recently and I said, take a look at my older videos where I do cash on cash return. And I said, you know what? Maybe I need to do that again. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Give me just a second to share. We're going to do one on a listing that I saw today here in Lynchburg. It's 903 Centerdale Street in Lynchburg, Virginia. Had a recent price cut of $20,000. So it's now 119,900. And so if we take a look at that, I took that and put it into the payments and figured out that it's about $700 a month for payments. As you guys know, I'll go ahead and draw on here. Our cash on cash return is what we look at. Cash on cash return, which is annual cash flow over money in the property. So what that usually means is annual cash flow over the down payment. So let's take a quick look here. So how do we figure out the annual cash flow? Well, I use Rentometer, and I would always suggest that you confirm this with your rental agent. So I did two segments on Rentometer. The first one is for 3 months out, and we can see here that the average is 950. And then I did another one of 6 months out, and it says 995. So the trend is downward. But when I looked at the Zillow listings, I could not find any in this immediate area. Let me switch to red. In this immediate area here. The one that I did find was over by this higher average one. I think it was over here. And that's this guy right here on Zillow. So it's about 1,200 a month. And I'm like, okay, so what if we could rent it for 1,200 a month? Well, then I looked a little further and it's been on the market for 27 days. Could it have hit its window? I don't know. I'm assuming $1,000 a month, right? The rental estimate on Rentometer was 950. And if we look at the pictures of this house here, right, looks pretty good. And then if we look at the pictures of the property, it's a great looking house. So I think we could command probably $1,000 per month on that. So instead of going through the calculation, I actually threw this into a spreadsheet so we could just take a quick look. Okay. So now we know the denominator is the amount down, and we know that our rent is $1,000 a month, or annually 1,200. We know the mortgage is about 700. We know that the management and the other expenses, vacancies, capital expenses, etc., is another 10%. Basically, these are 10%, 10%. And then so we can see that our net cash flow is about $100 a month. So on this deal, as it stands today, you would receive a 5% cash on cash return. Pretty good. Can you get that in a savings rate? We'll see. They recently cut rates. We'll see. So then I thought to myself, well, what would turn this into a better deal? And a lot of people will say the purchase price. Okay. And they're going to say we have to lower the purchase price to increase the cash on cash return. So I said, all right, let's take a look at it at a different purchase price. So I said, let's go with 110. So we'll offer them 110 and we'll see how that plays out. Remember, our rental rate is not based on our purchase price. It is based on the market. So this is what I saw. It's about 646 for a mortgage at the 110 with the same rate. And we can see here that when we look at this, our down payment goes down. So basically what we're doing is we're reducing the denominator while keeping, and then we're getting a little bit more in our net profit. which is the top end, okay? So if we had A here and we had B here, we would have, we're reducing one and we're increasing the other, which means that our, I'm going to erase this over here, cash on cash return is higher. And we can see that, oh, there we go, right here with the 8%. So at 110, this would be an 8% cash on cash return. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's fine. And this would be a great video, but I want it to be an even better video. So one thing I said is, well, this is a pretty small loan. What if we just bought some points with the seller's money? Now, here's the kicker, right? A seller is going to look at this and be like, 110, I just dropped it 20 grand. Why am I going to drop it another almost 10 grand? If we go to the seller and if we say to the seller, I want to increase it from 119. And what I want to do is I want to go from 119 to 125, but I want 2 points for rate buy down. Well, what does that look like? Well, let's take a quick look. So we just bought down the rate. I think the previous one was 6.1%, and we bought it with 2 points going down to 4.1%. And what did we get? We got a mortgage payment of $605. Okay. For points, they're about 1% of the loan. So if we have 125, I think roughly it'll be about 3,500 to buy down this rate. Talk to your mortgage lender about if that's accurate. But we can see here that my assumption is that it's going to be $605 a month. So let's take a look at the numbers over here now. So now we've increased the price, which means the seller is more likely to accept. We've increased our down payment, but look what we did over here. Our net profit is significantly less. And what that equals to is a 9% cash on cash return. By how? By paying, oh, not by paying over asking price. So I just wanted to go through these cash on cash return scenarios with you and let you know, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing here, that there are deals to be out there that you guys can find. This was one I just looked up on Zillow today, and it's probably going to be on the market for the next few days. It'll probably go pending after this video, I hope. But just kind of give you guys an idea that there are things out there that you guys can do, and it will work out if you do the math correctly. And if you work the different systems, the mortgage lending system allows you to leverage your debt, but it also allows you to work with a seller to buy your rate down so that your monthly payment is less. I am going to share this one last time just so we can kind of go through this. Our mortgage is now 605, which means it goes to 7,260. That is less than the original amount of, where was it? Right up here. Right here. 8,400. So let's scroll back down. 8,400. So this is significantly less. This is almost $1,000 extra in cash flow that you will receive by doing this. So if you guys have any questions, or you, I don't even know if I shared that, but if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And thanks for watching the video. Sorry that it was 10 minutes long. You guys take care.